I'm gonna engrave this in your mind, and I truly apologize if I sound rude, but no one should dictate how you feel about you. I don't know, I'm specifically picking up an energy of moving too quickly. Look, I don't know why I feel like you are literally stuck on this person. Sagittarius, Libra, Gemini, when you specifically know they're going to put that specific person that they moved on or they will move on to the future through the same cycles of you. And I feel like with the Queen of Pentacles, you feel really unworthy of yourself. You feel really bad about not being able to let go. With the Queen of Pentacles, that's not how it works. I want you to acknowledge that you are more than them and you're always going to be more than them, and I want you to engrave that in your brain. Okay? Look, the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands specifically being right here, I have this humongous energy of you failing to recognize that you're better off without them. And I don't know why I'm specifically feeling like you're having a hard time moving on, but you specifically know that they're not a good person, right? And you know that everything they did to you, they're going to specifically put the new person through that. I don't know why I'm specifically picking up on that, but I want you to acknowledge and I want you to know that you're going to be better off without them. I'm specifically picking up words of you're not good enough for me, or you know what? Personally, I feel like I have commitment issues. Matter of fact, yes, you do have commitment issues because that's specifically what you believe. I don't know why I feel like they also suffered a lot with self-love. Like they struggle to love themselves, so they look for that in other people. And I feel like that's one thing that you acknowledge with the Queen of Pentacles specifically being right here in reverse. And that's why maybe you thought, I should take care of them. I should help them heal. And the problem was that you were actually doing that, but you were actually sacrificing yourself in the in-between. You know? And like I'm telling you, with the Knight of Wands, right now you're having a really hard time walking away from them. And with the Three of Cups, they could have moved on to the next person a little bit too quickly. They moved on to that person because they can't be alone. And sadly, to say it like it is, they're going to put that specific person through the same trials and tribulations they did with you. And I want you to acknowledge that you saved yourself from a lot of pain. You saved yourself from a lot of pain, and you're going to do better. You're going to heal, and things are going to happen for you with the Queen of Pentacles right here in reverse. I want you to acknowledge that you're better off without them. And maybe you don't want to hear that. Maybe you want to hear they miss you. They made up their mind about you. Now they want you. No, I'm not that type of tarot reader. I'm not going to feed you delusions into your mind. Maybe sometimes I will, right? Because I have done that before. Why when I do they miss you readings, but not this time around. This time around, I'm specifically feeling like there's this energy of you having a really hard time with yourself. I want you to acknowledge that the Wheel of Fortune is right here for a reason. It means that this cycle is done. This cycle is done, and the good things that are waiting for you are humongously good. Okay? But it also means that cycles for them are not done. They're going to struggle with themselves with the Nine of Wands. And I feel like those are karmic repercussions they have to go through. Why? Because they put you through energy of losing yourself. Okay, look, the universe is keeping tabs. The universe is going to teach them what it is not to have a nurturing partner. That's why I specifically feel like with the Empress right here in reverse and with the Three of Pentacles, one of their significant underlying karmic things are going to be to try to build a relationship and not be able to completely, fully fulfill them, because with the Empress, they lack self-awareness and they don't realize that they have caused so much people pain in the past. So with the Empress being right here in reverse, trust me when I tell you they're going to be single again. Why? Because they're going to put that new person through the same cycles that they put you through with the Empress reverse and the Queen of Empress reverse, the Queen of Pentacles reverse, and the Three of Pentacles reverse. Okay, and I want you to acknowledge that clearly, that with the King of Wands, they have that player energy, that player mentality, and I want you to know they're going to stay stuck in that for a while. I'm going to say it like it is. I feel like you have completely saved yourself from this situation because deep down in your heart, you know that you are better than them. You know that you are doing better than them, and you know that you are always going to be better off without them. Right now, you are moving on, but you feel like they took your sparkle. You feel like they took you for granted, and trust me when I tell you that they did, and one thing they're going to remember, wow, that person did want to help me out. wow, that person did want something with me and I just took them for granted. Trust me when I tell you karma is keeping tabs, so please move on. Stop having a really hard time moving on from this situation. Okay? Look, I'm going to say it like it is. With the Page of Cups, you got to start focusing on yourself. You got to start doing you more, and you have to outgrow this energy, because in the back of your heart, you know that you're going to be better off without them. And with the Eight of Cups reverse, if you choose to stay stuck, you're preventing this humongous, beautiful journey from entering to the Nine of Cups. That means fulfillment and things becoming better off for you. My name is Noe. I'm el Tarot Vaquero. And trust me when I tell you, they're going to have a really hard time finding love. Because why? They sadly cannot love themselves. Best advice, please move on. Take care.